right.
This is all it takes to make the place get wild. What's up, bro?
OG, man.
What's good with you?
Man, how you hanging in this pandemic?
I'm good, man. Just trying my best to stay out the way.
I'm working on my Freeway, man. I ain't, it's a start.
I gotta get you some beer cream. I got a beer cream business, best beer cream. I gotta get you some beer cream and get your joint lit.
Say no more. Say no more. I'm getting there. I'm getting there, man. Think free.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think free. It's out, man. I seen the visuals was dropping. I see the work that you putting in, man.
Yeah, man. And that was the last joint. I just finished the whole new joint we getting ready to drop this year.
Yeah. I seen another one was coming up.
Yeah. We grinding, man. Got the new kick,
definitely.
So I'm putting that work in, man. God is good.
Nah, for sure. You one of the OGs in the game, man. I know at least 17 years. It's probably more than that though.
Yeah.
We had 20 years in the game.
Yeah, 2000 the Dynasty came out, and October to be 20 years.
20 years in the game, man. How do you stay relevant in this game for 20 years, man?
Just being true to yourself, man, and keeping great relationships and putting out quality material, man.
For sure. The music always speak for itself. Philadelphia Freeway is a classic. Like
thank you, bro.
Anybody from the city that don't know when that first track Free drop, if you don't know that, you're not from Philly.
Shit, you don't know that, you're not from America.
No, man, that right there, I could tell you, like, I graduated high school in 05, and that was like something like when you get your first car, like you couldn't wait to drop like What We Do, Free, you know what I mean? Like the joint with Young Guns on it. Like it's just so many tracks off of that joint. When that came out, like 2003, right?
Chris a little earlier today. Shout out to the Young Guns, shout out to Gunna.
Yep.
Yeah,
when that joint dropped.
Yeah.
That was like one of those as a young boy in the hood, like no matter what kind of car you had, like you had to be dropping that in your system. Like Philadelphia Freeway is a classic 03. And it's like early on you could just tell how you even had the whole city screaming early. Like
with that Philadelphia Freeway, you take your whole life to make your first album. So like that was my life poured into that joint. Like you know what I'm saying? And
hell yeah.
All my experiences, everything I've been through in the streets poured into one album, man. It's a blessing because, like, records that I put out in 2003 still get air spins today. So, that's a blessing, bro.
Bro, if you don't, like, I'm going to just go ahead and say, like, as a DJ, I feel like it's, like, a lot of DJs that have backed me up. But What We Do is hands down one of the most iconic rap songs, hip-hop songs ever made.
Thank you, man. That
like,
means a lot, bro.
Everybody know that it don't matter what part of how like some Jones is like a northern hit, like a southern hit, like aside from like all right, we know Dreams and Nightmares. I would say What We Do is probably like up there neck and neck, like one of the best songs that ever come out of Philly though. You know what I mean? Just talking about the struggle and just like you said, your whole life on a record, on an album.
Yeah, just to be in that conversation is a blessing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, since we got you, I might as well just ask, like, if I never have a chance to ask again, like, how did that record come about? Like, I know you didn't plan to make, one of the greatest hip-hop records ever.
No, the crazy thing about it is when we did that joint, too, they didn't want to release it as a single because it didn't have the normal radio format as a verse, hook.
Right.
Did it, so they wasn't really trying to release it as a single. And now they play it to this day. But the way it came about, like, just in the studio and baseline, Just Blaze brought the beat to me. It was crazy. I was in the A-room recording with Guru. Jay was in the front playing pool. So once I laid the verse, I originally called Jay in just to say to keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I got from Jay. He will always put like an extra voice on the record just to add a little element to make it doper. So I was like, I'm gonna call him in to do that. So we came in a room and he sat down for like 10 minutes. He was like whispering to himself. Then he went in the booth. He did the keep going. Then he went straight to the verse. Hove never slacking, man. He's been in the
yeah.
Smoked that joint. So he was like, he gonna come back and finish it because I did a lot of bars.
Right.
So I'm gonna match what you did. I'm gonna come back, but I got to take care of something. So Baines wound up coming to the studio before he came back, and I was like, yo, I just did this crazy joint with Jay, so I let him hear it. And he was like, yo, I need to jump on it. So he put the verse on it, and the rest is history.
Nah, that's, bro, when I say, and it's not even a song, like, you know how sometimes the bigger artists everybody might hop to the bigger artist verse. Like, no, we still hustle to the sun come up. Like, that's like a known, you know what I'm saying? And that's like almost like you don't see that in music today. It's like you get a bigger artist on it, everybody want to hear what the bigger artist, you know, had to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's love, you know what I mean, for what y'all did with State Property and, you know, everything that y'all contributed to, you know, upholding Philadelphia music. I don't even want to get into like work. I'm sure everybody talking about, yo, what it's like to work with Dre. I'm thinking bigger records like You Got Me with Mariah. When that joint come on, it's like, yo, you got a song with Mariah. Like,
early in the game.
I did shit with Mariah. Like, you really got a song
with
with Mariah.
My first album, dog, I had Snoop Dogg, I had Nelly, I had Nate Dogg, rest in peace. You know, I had Jay on 2 records.
Yeah.
I had Mariah Carey on the record. Like, you know what I mean? Then I had the crew on there. Like, it's a blessing, bro. Just Blaze,
Mariah
West, like Big Dog, like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Nah, and that's still like you think like I had the opportunity, you know, last year I was telling Neef when I was talking to him, I said last year I bought a ticket, you know what I mean, to come to the State Prop reunion show. I was like, this year I got a chance to actually DJ the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got a chance to actually be up there with y'all and just feel the energy, and it's like
appreciate you too, bro. You know?
Bro, when you figure 20 years in the game, you could still step in front of 2,500 people in your city, and they know all your songs word for word, mixtapes, features, album hits. Mm-hmm. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
yeah, it's a blessing, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What can I say?
Dudes don't, and the reason for everybody that's tuned in, not even to cut you off, for everybody that's tuned in, the reason I keep emphasizing 20 years in the game is like, you got to think in today's music culture, you here today and going this afternoon. You don't even get till tomorrow sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They say the average lifespan of a rapper or MC is 5 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the average lifespan of a career of an MC. But, you know, when you're true to yourself and you're making quality music, you know, you can stretch it a little longer.
Nah, the streets is definitely holding you down, man. Like, I could just imagine, like, even like, you know, the ups and downs that you've experienced in life, you know, regarding health. You know what I'm saying? You've been a big voice for you know, people that are going through those similar situations and circumstances that you going through. That, like, if you don't see somebody like Freeway basically, you know, using himself as a living example, you know what I mean? Like, you help and educate a lot of young African-American males that are a little bit too stubborn to pay attention to their health.
It's important, bro. For the people that's on here that don't know, I suffered kidney failure in 2015. I was on dialysis from September 16th, 2015 to February 4th of 2019. And I received a transplant February 4th. You know, now I'm on the other side of the transplant, you know, just trying to maintain a healthy kidney. And, you know, I was running around with 3 of the leading risk factors for kidney failure, one being hypertension, another one being diabetes, and surprisingly, just being African-American was a risk factor. Like, I had my Uncle Chucky, he had kidney failure, got a transplant, and now he's back on dialysis. My cousin Shondia, she passed away from kidney issues. She wasn't taking care of herself, keeping up with her medicine. So I had examples in my family. I had 3 risk factors, and I was still unaware that it could happen to me. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be a real brother if I kept the information to myself and I didn't spread the information. I feel like it's my job to spread the information, because knowing is half the battle, like the great G.I. Joe would say.
Right.
Sure.
Definitely, man. It's just like, it's at one point you want to, you know what I mean, it's prayers up, and we thank God that, you know what I mean, you made out that situation, and you are, you know, thankfully and willfully on the other side. And you know, anybody that think Free lost a step, I'm here to tell you, Fab brought him out at the concert. I was there at that job. And he still rocked it. You know what I'm saying? So
Loso on a new album.
Yeah, definitely. I seen you did the cool summer challenge.
Oh yeah. I'm just having fun, man. We all stuck in the house.
I see it.
5 minutes, them joints be like, you know what I mean?
Nah, we be seeing them joints going up on Instagram, like the Quarantine Chronicles. Be a quick,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Quick freestyle here, quick freestyle there, then drop a thing free visual. So it's like, yo, like your work ethic just proves, man. Like, and I'm really trying to show emphasis on this to whatever young artist that's tuned in watching it, because a lot of times with technology, we getting lazy. You know, as artists, as individuals, we getting kind of lazy. You know what I mean? And you don't necessarily see somebody that been working before this digital era and how they got it cracking back then when we was just getting cell phones, to the point now it's like they in the digital era, still working, still grinding, still selling out 2,500 person venues.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I remember they was talking about this, like, probably, like, back in 2002, 2003. It's this Muslim brother named Bihar. He Jay Cousin, and he worked for Rockefeller. He worked for Rock Nation now, but he worked for Rockefeller, and he's, like, really into the tech world, and he predicted all the stuff that's happening. He like, I'm telling you, like, in a couple years, everything is going to be right here on the phone, and like, boom, you know what I'm saying? So I had a little heads up, so it was easier for me to adapt to the situation, you know.
I got you. Now with the latest piece of work, Think Free, you know what I mean? You got a couple artists on there. Is there any artist that you would say that you looking forward to working with on the new album?
Well, the new album is already finished, you know, so we talking.
Oh, you got it done? Okay.
Yeah, we talking about the album after that. Like, you know, it's a lot of artists that I want to work with that I didn't get a chance to work with yet. You know, I think Eminem and Dre probably at the top of the list. You know, I would love to do something with Drake, you know.
Okay.
I like Young Thug a lot. I want to do something with Thug. I like Lil Baby too. I want to do something with Lil Baby.
On a trap sound.
Yeah, like, I mean,
almost like a club record.
In my world, however we do it, like, you know what I'm saying? I just fool with them heavy. Like, they got bars, and what they do at a high level, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, definitely, man. And is I know it's one of those things, like, whenever they come to the city, they gotta check in. They gotta, like, yo, they all, I know they show love. You know what I mean? Y'all always at the show.
I chopped it up with Thug out LA. It was all love. You know, just got to put the play together and make it happen.
For sure, man. And I guess one more thing, you know what I mean, before we get out of here, man. Fred the Godson, you know, just lost another dope artist in the game.
Yeah, it's a sad day, man. And every time I seen Fred, it was always all love. I just threw him up on my gram. It was always all love. You know, he was extra fiery. Like, he was at an elite level at what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that just goes to show you, man, this coronavirus is serious, man. We really need to stay in the house. And if you got to go outside, you really need the mask and glove up and be careful, man, because it's crazy out here, bro. Like, we losing people at an alarming rate. You know, everybody send a prayer out for my bro Scarface, especially all the Muslims. You know, Ramadan starts officially tonight. The prayer starts, the fast starts in the morning. And Scarface is Muslim, so, you know, I need all the Muslims to send a prayer out for him. You know, hopefully during this blessed rough month of Ramadan, our prayers, you know, will reach Allah, and the brother will get healed, man, because he going through a lot right now due to coronavirus, man, you know. And I'm pretty sure we all have friends and family members, you know, if they didn't pass away from it, they was affected by it. So it's serious, man. I'm here to tell y'all, like, it ain't no joke. Like, y'all really got to be careful. And for me, being as though I had a transplant, I take immunosuppressant pills. So I take pills to lower my immune system so my kidney don't reject. Because the kidney is a foreign organ that's in my body that wasn't from my body. So if I didn't take those pills, my body would naturally try to fight it off. So my immune system is a little lower than everyone else's, so I got to be extra cautious.
Right. You can't afford to take no chances getting sick.
Anyone that have received a transplant.
Nah. And I guess I should ask, has going through that, you know, that obstacle in terms of your health, has that impacted your ability to make music, your inspiration? Does it change like your focus?
It just turned it up. Like, you know, I got a story to tell, bro. Like, you know, this new album is amazing, and with this new kidney and the energy, like, the intensity is back. You know, I'm back able to be in the studio 2-3 in the morning, focused on my head is more clear. I was literally dying. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So
I understand. I
got a story to tell. The album is fiery. Shout out to Certified. Shout out to PI Money Bags. Shout out to Iron Business. You know, they produced the majority of the album, recorded in Philly, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be major, bro. Trust me.
Nah, definitely, man. I'm looking forward to the visuals and putting out, you know, quality music
Yeah,
that we
for
used
sure.
to press play to in the wheel and just let it just rock. You know what I
Yep.
mean? The whole way.
And until then, you know, we got that thing free. It's available on all streaming platforms. Y'all can check that joint out. It's fire. Y'all gonna love it.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You got anything else you want, you know, let the fans know? Any questions they want to, y'all want to ask Free anything while we got him on the line real quick? Well, I got the questions up. I've been a friend since day one. Shout out to Holly Berry.
Appreciate the love.
Day one friend. If y'all got anything y'all want to ask Free real quick, we going to let y'all rock out. It's not your time to promote your album or get sold or get signed to anything. We talking about Think Free and all questions related to Freeway.
I'm answering them joints, whatever.
Sister Love friend, I see you, my favorite. Out, bro, what's good? I'm giving y'all about another minute. We ain't gonna hold my man up. We're not gonna take up all his time tonight, man. We're not gonna do that. So before we let him go, is there any features? Yeah, he discussed the features on the new album.
No, the new album, guys, y'all gonna love it, man. It's some features that y'all would expect, and it's a few things that y'all wouldn't expect. So y'all gonna love it. Trust me.
That was that. You ready for Ramadan? He just talked about Ramadan too.
Most definitely. You know, of course.
Legacy. I was gonna ask you about that. The Legacy track. They want you to speak on that. Like, what was the inspiration behind the Legacy track?
Just my legacy, like, you know what I mean? And like, you know, at the time I was fighting, you know, for my life. You know, I was on dialysis 3 times a week. 4 hours a day, struggling with that, you know, and I wasn't sure if that would be my last album or not, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely felt like it was important for me to speak on my legacy and let people know what it is.
Definitely. Legacy was one of them Johns, like I could say, like I hear it, and I don't want to call it like pain music, but you could kind of hear with somebody, like you could see the story that they illustrating through the lyrics, you know what I mean? So
sure.
But you don't want to disrespect somebody's craft and call it pain music, because they may be like, yo, that's not pain, that's just my life. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to.
Pain though, it's definitely pain. It's pain. You ain't saying nothing wrong, bro.
Nah, I got you. And then you got Jadakiss on there too, though.
Yeah, I had Jadakiss on the joint called The Nation, produced by Scolito and S. Frank. That joint fire. You know, that's another crazy joint. The album is crazy. 5, man. And I got Faith Evans on there. I got Lil Wayne on a joint, another joint produced by S. Frank and Scolito called Blood Pressure.
But okay, yeah, that's the second track. Okay.
Yeah, yep. I got a Lil Uzi Vert on there. Joint produced by my man Tribe called Swag on the Mayo. One Time for the Home Team. The album is fire, man. Y'all gotta check it out.
Nah, we definitely. They saying when you gonna drop the album? When can you look for it?
This year for sure. Probably like within the next couple months. You know, the whole coronavirus thing put a little hard on everything, but you know, as soon as we get back moving, you already know what it is. I see Hemo, rest in peace to my bro Hemo. He lost his life a little earlier this year. He was in the studio with us every day, and bro was excited about the album, man. You know, so we
I got you. It's 2 questions I'm gonna ask real quick. They said any Just Blaze productions on the new project?
Not on this project, but he's definitely gonna be on the next project. Me and Just was just talking last night. So, you know, he's going to be on the next project. So look forward to it. We might even do a project with Just Free and Just Blaze all together. So, you know.
I got you. That was similar to the stimulus package joint you dropped a while back. Like just one. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And me and Jake going to do a stim pack too. So, you know, we work.
Are you working?
Like, we loaded up. We're going to drop a bunch of projects coming up in the next year.
Nah, certain artists, it kind of seem like when you an artist and you get with that one producer that just brings out everything from you, and it seemed like it just can't nothing but just hits be made from that type of collaboration.
Yeah, it's like
I think that's why they was asking like, yo, he just say it again.
When you got a great chemistry with an artist, you know, it's with a producer. It's definitely everything. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. One other question they wanted me to ask is, with State Prop, they said, what made you feel like you, what did you think it was that made you stand out amongst all the rest of the guys in State Property?
I mean, I think we all equal, but I just go hard, bro. Like, I go hard. I got a family to feed. I got a story to tell. I got a passion about this music thing. And I've been going hard from the beginning. Like when we was on Hot 97 and we was going crazy, I wasn't even signed. I just was there. So my whole mind was monster everything. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? When I was a hustler, I wasn't signed yet. I was like just trying to make my mark. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like the underdog. So I always felt like I had something to prove.
You had to come a little bit harder. I understand. I understand.
Much respect. Everybody fiery and being around so much fire, you gotta step it up.
Nah, hell yeah, man. Like if anybody that grew up in that, that 2000s to 2005 like era, 2007 era, like everything was State Prop, man. From the way you dressed, you know what I mean? From what we wore State Prop clothes, we wore State Prop sneaks, we watched State Prop in the theaters, we listened to all the artists, like everything was State Prop, man. Everybody wanted to scream early around that time, or everybody wanted to just.
We could pull a gang together and get one more run out of the prop. You know what I mean? It'll be beautiful.
You think? Yeah. Listen, I think State Property, the reunion tour is crazy. If anybody on here has never been to the reunion tour in December, it's one of the best moments in Philadelphia culture. Like to see everybody on stage and like I said earlier, 20 years worth of just music just out there is a blessing, man. Truly a blessing. So I hope that we could get that tour going, man. I don't know how many cities.
Well, we had, we did the tour like last year. We didn't only do Philly. We did a bunch of different cities, but I'm talking about a new project, like a new album, new State Property music. You know what I mean? That's what I'm pushing for.
That definitely is something. That is something to look forward to as well.
Yeah, hopefully we can make it happen.
You think everybody gonna be on there? I know it's going on.
Freeway PD project too. They'll be playing on.
Oh, word.
Yeah, but hopefully we can get everybody together, man. I'm pushing to get everybody. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can make it happen, bro.
Say no more, man. Any last words for the fans, for your supporters before we slide?
Man, I appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Y'all stay healthy out there. This coronavirus is real. Like, make sure y'all, if y'all do got to move around, you mask and you glove up, and just be mindful. Like, you know what I mean? They might start letting things open back up, but if the issue is not resolved, then it's not going to do nothing but repeat itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got to be cautious. But I'm going to give y'all something real quick. I'm going to give y'all something that I rarely perform, some exclusive for y'all real quick before I get out of here.
Oh man, this is a free one right here.
Something I don't perform a lot. Some people might want to hear it. M to be the sick, young, freeway, 8 miles, let's go. 8 miles and one, they got my 7th album dropping and my 8th album coming, feeding 1,000 grams and something free. 6 miles and one, they got my 5th strip popping and my first album coming, feeding 20 grams the next. 8 miles and one, they got my 7th album dropping and my 8th album coming, feeding 1,000 grams and something free. 6 miles and one, they got my 5th strip popping and my first album coming, feeding 20 grams the next. 6 miles and running in a Pontiac, 6,086 trans might shift while the engine run. Anyone tell your Ronnie, give me one more chance. Hit no smoker screaming 1 more gram, so I'ma bring on one. Only son of my pops, stick close to my mama. Keep toasters for drama, mix a lot with my son. My son growing and he learning a lot. That's for them toasters while them burners a pop. Rain on your brother, nigga, tell them niggas it's like a biblical scripture. Look back, turn us off like the sinners, and most of y'all heartless and self-centered like Meshach and Meshach. Shut up your brother, cause you jealous, nigga, he back. Like he never left, forever rep. Cops watch every step. 6 miles of running, dodging every trap. The rat gingerbread man, cherish every precious breath. Stay peak a second that 8,001 got my 7th album.
Classic. You gonna go?
I'm about to go to sleep after this, but I got y'all.
Go ahead.
We still hustle till the sun come up. Crack a 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up. And I bet it be a hotter summer. Grab an onion just to rock it down. You hot now, listen up. Don't you know cops' sole purpose is to lock us down and throw away the key? But without this drug issue, kids ain't got no way to eat, huh? Check. We still try to keep mom smiling, cause when the teeth stop showing and the stomach starts growling, then the heat starts flowing. If you from the hood, I know you feel me.
Keep going.
Start leaning and the heat stop working, then my heat start working. I'ma rob me a person, catch a nigga sleeping while I out in the open, and I'ma get him. We gotta raise our kids while we living, making million off a record. But my people's out of prison, that's what New York left. It's my boys in the squatter. If they talk reckless, then I know what this is, man. But I'm never snitching, I'm a rider. Leave my kids hungry, snacks and dishes out your kitchen. I'll be violent till they pick me out of lineup. Yup, even though we keep the nines tucked, chop dimes up, rap about it. Wild out. Up, laugh about it. Visit the more of a freeway, move out too. I sit with the Lord too. I get my dish together, clean up my sins. Freeway got it in like 10 in the morning. And I can get it to you like 10 while you're on it, man. Check, still deliver the water, man. And I ain't talking about chicken and gravy, man. I'm talking about bricks and yayo, halves and quarters, 4 and halves and halves. You do the math. Love your daughter. She wanna roll with a thug that rap. You do the math. He don't blast to my stacks in order, man. Even what you do is wrong.
Shout out to that boy Freeway, man. Yeah, listen, you done got them started. They might be looking for a concert now. I thought Full Effect was gonna come next. I ain't know. Full Effect. I thought Full Effect was gonna come next if we was doing a concert. I'm just saying, man. You got them going now.
Probably would have. Probably did a little something like, you know what I mean? If we was doing a concert, it probably been like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want the kid who shot that BB gun, blow his head off. Okay, come on. We want the kid who shot that BB gun, blow his head off. Okay, check. They got me staring at the world through my rear view. Go ahead, baby, scream to God. He can help you with your problems. Fuck niggas wild when I come through. They can relate to my music, help them with their problems. Turn this up, what's your problem? This is real shit, homie, in the booth with the 4-5. Only 2 clips, so the other clip don't get. Only 6 to you, homie, no shit, homie, yeah. Did it work for me, pumping nicks, homie, yeah. I got the vocal cords when it hit some more, yeah. How I ran the block, dropped it, picked up raw in the hoopty, not a drop top. Got your picture, boy, yeah. Switch that shit. From the block to the rap shit. Then I got the clicker board, yeah. Hating niggas get shot up in liquor stores. Peeps grabbed and tied up with a stitch and cords. Holler, Freeway. Let me see you put ones up. I need everybody to put ones up. Burner, cuz told me to go next and I'ma be got. Let me see y'all put y'all ones up out there. Freeways and Full Effect.
Y'all gotta drop the one emoji.
Ratchet out. Y'all told me to go next and I'ma be.
I'm gonna keep my hammer. Shout out to that boy, man. Freeway, Philadelphia's own, man.
For sure.
Early.
Yeah, God.
Make sure y'all go stream that, man. Go ahead, shout out your music, all the albums, everything. One more last time.
Right now, my latest project right now is Stink Free. It's available on all streaming platforms. It's fire. Y'all gotta check it out. It's a real album. A lot of emotions poured into that joint. Got some crazy guest features on there. Jada Kiss, Lil Uzi Vert. I got Faith Evans on there. I got Fat Joe on there and BJ the Chicago Kid. It's fire. Make sure y'all check that joint out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to be safe out here. You know, we're losing our people at an alarming rate. Rest in peace to Fred Godson, you know, very talented MC that lost his life due to coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? It's the beginning of the blessed month, Ramadan. So all the Muslims out there, I need y'all to try your best to get all of the blessings that you can in this blessed month. And, you know, I'm going to continue to do what I do.
Say no more, man. 1039 DJ Boogie checking in with the OG Philadelphia Freeway, man.
Hey, Boogie,
we gonna get with you.
Love, bro.
Love.